Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more FTL. So it turns out, our ship can be destroyed at the speed of faster than light, it seems. So we're going to try and do a recovery run. We're going to start again with what we previously did. I think we're going to go ahead and keep the same loadout as well. A couple more crew members, and I think we should be fairly well off. Not to mention, going from A to B, staying with B, we do get one extra weapon control slot. So that could be rather handy if damage comes our way. So either way, we're going to go ahead and run with this. We'll go ahead on normal once again, and we will see if we can make some slightly better choices than the last run. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But to get to the next exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Okay, so a tip apparently, if you're struggling against enemy drones, target the drone system to temporarily disable them. Okay, that's more or less why we died in that last one. Yeah, we went for the shields and we couldn't really burn through fast enough and then also disable their weapons or drones. And so yeah, that leaves us there. Either way, let's go ahead and queue up all of our weapons. I think we're going to go ahead and make our standard choices again. You know what? I think what we do is we keep you here and we send you to the engines. Yeah, that seems fairly good. And we don't need the medbay right now, so let's go ahead and have everything powered. So let's go ahead and save everyone's position. There we go. And let's make the first jump. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think we'll scoot down just a fraction, see if we can reveal anything useful in the map, and we'll see what there is. Alright, an unidentified ship is badly damaged and is still being assaulted by a space pirate. The victim begins a distress message until the pirate cuts in and offers to split the bounty if you sit tight. No, we're not going to accept that bribe. We're going to see what we can do. Let's be heroes. Alright, the pirate ship stops its pursuit and walks weapon on your ship. Alright then, well, what do they got? They have some kind of laser that looks like a reasonably decent burst laser, and then some sort of bomb teleporter as well. That's not wonderful, but it is what it is. Now let's go ahead and set up our weapons. Let's go for the... Let's set a couple of shots towards the shields and then maybe one to the weapons as well. See if we can make some quick progress there. Alright, so we did do some damage, but not quite enough. You know what we're going to do? We're going to quickly race you over there and make sure we get those shields up and running ASAP. See how that goes for us. Alright, so looks like we have disabled their main weapon. That's what we wanted to see. Alright, fine. Our previous offer was not generous enough. Let's improve it. Accept a more generous offer of one more scrap and a couple more fuel, or reject the offer and continue your assault. Yes, we're going to reject the offer. We're going to see if we can get something good from, those newly found friends, I hope. Alright, now I hear a little, beep beep beep, and it looks like they have an ion bomb to our piloting. But that's a little rude. But at least that doesn't do a whole stack of damage. Pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. You examine the ship you just saved. We gain 13 scrap, which is better than what they offered, and the pirate's victim quickly jumps away before you have a chance to speak to them. That is a pity, but oh well, it is what it is. Alright, everything's back up online. Let's wait a second for our piloting to come back, because again, we can't jump if we don't have the bridge up and functional. So let's go... Ooh, you know what? The distress beacon. Yeah, I think we go ahead and check that out. That sounds rather good. Oh, we do have a little bit of pain for one of our members, but we'll go ahead and make sure we heal up before our next jump. Alright, so we arrive at the beacon and immediately detect a pirate ship. It seems this distress beacon was a trap. Oh dear. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start the salvo. Let's start with their We're going to go with their weapon system this time. If we can get all of our weapons to hit, we should be able to disable at least one of them. And so, yeah, our shield can soak one while we disengage another. I'm hoping they have a big enough... There we go. They had a big enough cooldown that did pay off quite well. Right, let's move all other shots straight back to their shields. And yeah, I think it'll take them a little second to get their weapons up and running. And if they have any, it'll probably just be one of their smaller weapons. Alright, enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. No problemo. Let's go ahead and take out the bridge. Make sure that they make no escape. Alright, and a fantastic salvo. All shots on target. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel and 14 scrap. Okay, well then, let's go ahead and make sure everybody gets healed on up. We'll quickly... we'll disengage a little bit from the oxygen. It's not going to go down quick enough for it to be a big issue. And there we go. Everybody is healthy. Everybody has plenty of air. Let's go ahead and make the jump. Alright, so we have down here, or maybe across there. You know what? I think we go through the nebula, see if we can jump through some of these extra ones. I think that could well and truly be worth it. Alright, you cross paths with an advanced scout of the rebel fleet searching this section of the nebula for your ship. Well, good thing is we found it nice and quickly. Let's go ahead and... what to do? That is one of those heavy ions, I think, so that does 2 damage. Well, temporary damage. Let's go ahead and start with a full salvo against the weapons. Maybe we can fire off a couple of shots first. That being said, though, our shields are probably going to be toast, because those ions may have a quick cooldown. Oh, and everything seemed pretty good. Alright then, let's just go ahead and finish off this scout. It's not going to be too much trouble whatsoever. Alright then. This is what we wanted to see. Far better results. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of scrap material. Fantastic. We're already up to 51. That is very nice to see. Let's go ahead and... which direction to travel? I'm thinking maybe we go ahead and check this next nebula, and then we'll maybe serpentine our way around to the exit. I think that seems like a reasonable plan, so let's go ahead and see what we find. The tangled wrecks of many ships await in dormancy here. You see lights flicker on what looks like debris. A rebel scout bursts out of the wreckage. Okay, well, I guess that's a surprise. Let's go ahead and see about doing the same thing again. Let's take out their weapons. I know they've got some shields, but again, if we can prevent any incoming damage, that is going to help us out a fair bit more. Alright, a little bit of damage. That is good enough. We can make that work. Let's send everything... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to leave things where they are right now. If we can take out the extra one, that would be nice. If not, it's not the end of the world. Alright, so that's an extra piece of damage. There goes our shields, but they don't have another gun, so that's a-okay right now. Let's go ahead and take out their shielding. And hopefully, when we get our basic laser up and running again, we'll be able to send an extra volley. Although I think they might already be cooked, so never mind. It is what it is. And there we are, complete and utter destruction. The ship explodes, leaving behind more scrap metal. Fantastic. Alright, let's get that laser back online. And we will see about... Yeah, I think we're going to zigzag through all of this. I think that's going to be the way that we go. So let's jump up. It won't take too long for them to catch up. Oh, and of course we did need a little heal, but that's okay. You detect 2 ships, one chasing the other. Scanners show the pursuer is a pirate, sorry. Let's go ahead and aid the civilian ship. If we can get... okay, powers up, that's fine. So I think what the best thing is for us, if we can save some of these civilians early on, I think we have the the ability to tank a little bit of damage, but if we can get some nice early bonuses, that should have a better long-run effect. So that's what we're going to go for. Oh, and we took out some weapons. That's nice. In fact, that looks completely destroyed. So let's go ahead and focus on... Let's go with their engines. I think that's not a bad idea. Because again, if they have no engines, they can't dodge, and so our next volley is going to be right on target. And I think that that is going to be the case. So let's go ahead and we'll send pretty much everything against their shields and their piloting, just to double down on their lack of evasion. And there we go. The ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. Okay, this sector has become increasingly dangerous for friends of the Federation. I think my crew can patch up some of your hull damage as thanks. Okay, well, back to full health. Well and truly worth it. And we gained some extra scrap. This is what we want. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way... Let's go here. I don't know if we've ever scouted that one, so we'll just make sure that if it's a store, we can access it. We've got a decent amount of scrap to spend. Okay, so once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and have tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational and you move into attack. Okay, so these guys have a very fancy thing called a Zoltan shield. We have to work our way through this before we can do anything else. That's going to be a little bit annoying, but I guess it is what it is. Let's fire all of our weapons at their shields since they have an extra one. I think it'll take at least another volley for us to completely destroy this. So yeah, if we can burn through their shielding, yeah, and make sure that all of our shots can hit next time, that would be good. Alright, so what have we got? They missed with a teleporting bomb. That's really ideal. In fact, you know what? Let's make sure that they don't get another volley off. Yeah, we're going to go for their weapons again. See if we can... There we go. Shut that down right before it's fully charged. That's what we wanted. And now I think what we can do is send... Let's send half of our weapons to the shields, the other half to the weapons. Make sure that they're fairly unable to make too much progress. Yeah, there we go. Okay, all their weapons are out of commission. And I think... if we can take that down... Oh, we missed on one of those shots. That's unfortunate. Let's send you to heal up that. And you know what? I think maybe... Yeah, we'll just give him a bit of an assist with getting these weapons back up online. That would be really good for us. Let's make sure that everything that can have power will have power. We're slowly burning through our oxygen, which I don't think is going to be too big of a deal. We'll just go ahead and... yeah, get another shot on target, and I think we'll be all well and good. We'll be able to get the repair fairly quick. Oh, okay. And there we go. There is the destruction. So let's send our shield fellow and our NG as well to our oxygen, and you as well, I guess, at this point. Make sure that we don't have to worry about our oxygen situation. Okay, well, with the pirate ship destroyed, your ship's system is restored to full functionality. You salvage what you can from the debris. 19 scrap. Okay, and 6 fuel. That is quite the haul. Okay, that is fantastic. So let's get the oxygen back up and running. That would be particularly nice. We'll send... yeah, the basic laser can get up and running. Let's send you over here to fix that system. And then I think once that's all well and good, let's send him over there and make sure that we get a little bit of healing. It did take a little bit of damage, which we do not want. We don't want to repeat of the last time and have anyone being on low enough health to, well, have a very bad day, to say the least. Alright, and shielding is back. So, here comes a question. Okay, there is nothing else there, so you know what? We have a little bit of time. We can see where they're going to jump to, so let's go ahead and scoot up over here. And I'm thinking we might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Yeah, that's a good number of jumps we could potentially make. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they will catch us by then, so... Okay, you receive a request. All of our military ships have been destroyed or damaged during the rebellion. However, There have been reports of a mantis war camp only a few jumps for us. Can you help? Okay, well, you know what? Sure, we can pledge to do what we can. And as thank you, if you can just give us a count of their numbers, perhaps we can get the rebels to help. Quest marker has been added and 15 scrap for our hard work. Fantastic. So that's a nice, easy pickup. Even if we don't... Oh, right. We have to scoot all the way down there. And potentially missing out on a store. Okay, so if we do one, that'll take them to about here. 2 jumps will take them here. 3. That'd be 1, 2, 3. I think we might be able to do this, but this is going to cut incredibly close. So let's jump over to the store. See if we can find something good. Okay, there is only one other ship at this beacon, and it's showing heavy damage. You receive a message on your console. Greetings, traveler. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Ooh, okay, so we got a couple of options then. We have cloaking, drone control, a couple of burst laser Mark III. Well, that's very nice. 5 shots per charge, that's very nice. Some lighter burst lasers as well, and then a heavy laser. Wow, okay, so some good options. We also have potential drones that we could purchase as well. I think cloaking would also be particularly nice, but I don't think we could really... Yeah, I don't think we can make that work, unfortunately. So maybe what we do is, this does require 4 power, which we do currently have, and it has more shots. That being said though, it does have a 19-second charge as opposed to our 10, so I don't think it's necessarily in our best interests right now, but it would be a good thing to have in the future. You know what? Maybe we buy this now, and we hope that we can do make it work later. Although, you know what? Maybe we go for this as well. Hang on a second. 2 shots per charge, 2 normal damage, fire and breach chances are low. That's not terrible. The required power is 3 and the charge up is fairly efficient. So, yeah, that'll deal with 2 shields. That would be a little bit better as far as the economy is concerned, like our scrap economy. But having one of these really powerful weapons could be quite nice for us. Especially if we got a weapon pre-igniter at some point, that would be ridiculously offensive. Okay, so you know what? I think what we're going to do is... I think we go for the heavy laser. Yeah, I feel like that's the best course of action for now. We can... Oh, that means we can go ahead and sell one of these. That gives us back a little bit more. Can we move these across? There we go. Okay, so we'll shuffle them in. That'll be all right for now. And then I guess we're going to leave it there. Yeah, I don't think we need fuel, drones, or missiles. Yeah, I think we just stay as is. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on that heavy laser. That does 2 shots. It's only 3 seconds slower. I think that's a fairly reasonable upgrade right now and still gives us plenty of scrap to spend. Let's see about our ship. Let's go ahead and add on... We could add on another weapons space. That'll cost us 50. But it would allow us to fire a 3rd weapon, and I think that could be really nice. So it is expensive, but I think we go ahead and do that. Yeah, okay, so we now can go ahead and I think we'll use the NG's energy for the engines, and we'll go for a heavier hitting idea. Oh, and there is a distress beacon. I really want to get there, but unfortunately we have a quest. So let's just go ahead and we're going to make our way down because we're going to run out of time. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so this beacon has been placed too close to a supergiant class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until you get out of there or die. A pirate, apparently oblivious to the danger of the sun, moves in to engage. Alright, so, turns out, you're too close to a star. Solar flares will light the ship on fire. Shields will reduce the effect. So we want to keep our shields up, so we want to get rid of theirs as, well, quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and target their shielding. That way the effect is worse for them, and then we'll send our heavy laser to their weapons system. I think that's a pretty good compromise. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Okay, let's see. Okay, first salvo out. We've hurt their shielding a little bit, and there we go. Took out their weapons. That is excellent. So now their shields are down. Oh, sorry, their weapons are down. Let's go ahead and target... let's target the shields with 2 of these, and then send one of them to maybe go for their oxygen. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea. If we could bust up their oxygen supply, if they're on fire as well as without oxygen, there won't be a crew to have to worry about. Please don't kill us. We'll give you everything we have. I'm sorry, but you threw away your rights to negotiate when you started this. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and say we will not accept your surrender. In this point in case, I think we want the scrap back. We have spent quite a fair bit, so let's make sure. Oh, and there we are. Destruction. 17 scrap. Better choices. Okay, so let's continue. How long until our FTL drive can power up? Not quick enough, so let's quickly chuck some more power into the engines. Let's get that charge going fast, because if we get set on fire, that's not as fun. So let's go ahead and vent out all of that oxygen. That should be fine. Again, in space, fire doesn't really work too good because you need oxygen. Let's go ahead and close everything up. And I think we'll even open the interior doors. Yeah, we'll wait a couple of seconds, try and let things even out a little bit. We know that there's going to be another thing soon, but we'll try and avoid. And I think that at 92% of ship oxygen, that is good enough. Let's go ahead and close those doors and jump on out of here. Alright, so let's go down and see if we can find this quest. Alright, your ship is hailed. We found you at last. Prepare to die. Oh dear, okay. So we're fighting a rebel fighter. Yeah, they are very evenly set up like us. So let's make sure that we have our weapons on board. Oh, there we are. That should be good. And then, you know what, at 92% oxygen, I'm thinking maybe we turn off our... and we go for a little bit extra evasion. Yeah, I think maybe that's what we do just before they fire their first salvo. Let's go ahead and make sure that our basic lasers are set to their... yeah, let's go for their weapons. They've got some weapons that can bridge our shields. That's not exactly what I would call ideal. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's also send some more energy to our evasion. And unfortunately, that's not going to get us very far, but we can take out their weapons. So that is swings and roundabouts, I guess. Let's go ahead and focus in on some of their other systems. Let's go for their shields and... no, let's just focus on their shields. We should have a pretty good chance of taking that out. Oh, and we whiffed the second shot. That is unfortunate. Alright, still made another miss. That's not good. Their weapons are coming back up online. That's not ideal. Let's go ahead and see if we can prevent them from getting any more shots targeting us. Come on. Oh, okay, and we're down a laser. That is not ideal. Okay, well, let's go ahead and send that extra energy to the oxygen for now. We're down to 61%. We should be okay for now. But let's go ahead and take out... let's go ahead and take out the bridge. Yeah, they seem to have some pretty decent evasion right now, so if we can go ahead and stop them from being able to pilot, I think that's not a bad plan. Alright, one shot hit, and again we missed. Okay, I think what we need to do is make sure that we fire these in a salvo. So let's turn off the automatic shots. That'll just have to be good enough for a second. We'll let these two charge to full power. Oh, that ain't looking good. Where's that hit? Oh, bother. Oh, and we need extra power. So you know what? Let's go ahead and turn off the oxygen again. We'll fire this. Let's get rid of the atmosphere. That should be all right. And then let's go for the basic laser and heavy laser again. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and see if we can stop their weapon system from functioning. Okay, take everything we have, and let's both forget this happened. You know what? You've put us through too much for us to bother about that. No way, Jose. Just because they say that they'll forget that it happens doesn't mean that they are truly going to hold up to that. So let's go ahead and focus once again all of our weapons upon what they have remaining. In fact, yeah, it doesn't really matter where we hit them at this rate. If our basic laser takes out their shielding, our heavy laser will take them out with a single shot. Yeah, there we go. These guys are toast. Fantastic. All right, well, let's go ahead and close that up. Let's get the oxygen back up and running. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. Another 15, well and truly good. Let's go ahead and get our two crew back to healthy. That'll be particularly nice. Yep, good news is with the NG there, he automatically powers the medbay, so that's not a concern. We should, hang on a second, we don't have our shields up and running. There we go, there we are. Shields back up and running, that's going to be rather nice. Oxygen situation, that's not terrible. Let's go ahead and jump. Yeah, this is going to be very close, but I think we are going to be able to make it to the exit before we get caught. Alright, what have we got? You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Okay, well, let's intervene. That sounds rather good to me. If, yeah, extra fuel, that sounds rather nice. And extra scrap is also rather ideal. Okay, detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage yours. Alright, well, fair play. Let's go ahead and... what do they got? Is this a beam drone? Yeah, so he focuses on our lasers. So assuming that that missile misses and does not hit our shielding, we'll be safe. So let's go ahead and make sure that that does not become an eventuality. Let's make sure that we take out his missile system. And he whiffed the shot. Fantastic. Let's send everything we've got to their shields. Actually, you know what? No, let's go just with their piloting. That's all that we need. Their shields aren't going to do too much. They don't have any weapons that can do too much. So let's just take away their ability to evade. And then we can happily go ahead and take care of those shields as well now that they can't dodge. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, wait. No, never mind. That was orange, not red. So I guess I had a small chance of dodging. Just an incredibly minimal one. But that's all good. We are successful. The ship breaks apart and you salvage what you can. 8 scrap, 3 fuel, 2 missiles. Not bad at all. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. 14 more scrap and more fuel. And drone parts. Excellent. That is so very nice. Alright then, well, let's go ahead and jump. Let's make it to the quest. And I think that'll give us just enough time to make it to the exit, which I'm happy with. So let's see what's on the other side. You find the Mantis encampment, but there are far too many of them to count accurately. You send a long-range message back to this settlement with your findings, but unfortunately there's not much you can do. It would be suicide to attack directly. Okay, well then, let's leave before they notice. But as you try to leave, a patrol spots you. Wailing sirens begin to blare around the camp and the ship moves into attack. Okay, well the good news is they don't have a teleporter. We should be safe. That seems good. So let's go ahead and take out their... I think we're going to go for their weapon systems again. We know that they have... a beam weapon there, so again, keeping our shields up is going to be important. So we'll just fire what we can. and make sure that they don't break through our shields. Oh, and we whiffed it. Oh, okay, well. Alright, a little bit of damage. It could be better, it could be worse. Alright, there goes their main method of attack. That's excellent. Let's go ahead and switch things around. Let's go for the piloting once more. I think that should be good. Yeah, they can try and repair their weapons as quickly as they can, but at the end of the day, they're not going to make it through with just a beam laser. So let's just take them out, and there we go. Alright, with the patrol ship destroyed, you hasten to leave. It won't be long before the others catch up. Okay, 18 scrap, that ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Yeah, already back to 80. This has been a fantastic first sector. Let's go ahead and get to the exit. We don't need to be dealing with any extra shenanigans. We want to bail. So, you've arrived at the long-range beacon where the FTL drive is charged. You can jump to the next sector. An abandoned space station circles a lonely planet. A quick check yields schematics for a drone. You bring it aboard the ship. Fantastic. 8 scrap and a combat drone Mark 1. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and have a bit of a look. I think that should be over here. Here we go. Cargo. Okay, so a powerful drone that continuously attacks the enemy ship. Requires a little bit of power and a drone part to deploy, but we don't have a drone system, so potentially this could just turn into some money. But that is, so far, like, this heavy laser has been paying off, so I'm rather happy with that. So, you know what? I think what we'll do is, let's just go ahead and jump. We'll see where we want to travel. We have an uncharted nebula, a Mantis-controlled sector. In fact, there's not a whole stack of hostile places for us to go through. There's 2 if we take the highest sector, the highest path, more or less. If we go this way, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3. You know what? I think we're doing pretty good on the offense front, so I think we're going to go with the second option here through Mantis controlled, and we're going to try and pick a couple more fights and gain as much scrap as possible, getting as many upgrades as we can. So let's go ahead and jump across, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we've entered a poorly charted area of space that's known to be home to the Mantis. Ensure your hull plating is up to scratch and that you have enough fuel in the tank to make it through. Well, thank you for that, but you know what? We're going to leave that there for today. We'll deal with the rest of this sector in the next one. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.